What's the information you're getting?
Well, the information is that, well, this is the way I will put it. I believe Mendes and Cristiano Ronaldo are using this big stage, which is Confederations Cup, to, let Real Madrid's president their feelings. They're not happy with Real Madrid. They're not happy in Spain because of the tax situation. But I believe that's just an excuse. I believe they really want to move to another team, especially now that he's 32. He had won everything with Real Madrid. So now is a perfect time for him and his agent to make that move.
Yeah, make more money.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Look, when you talk about this is one of the greatest players ever to play the game, this is certainly the biggest star in this tournament here. And on the eve of this tournament, he's talking about moving. This would be the biggest story of the summer. This would be the biggest move. Take away the money, the Pogba money and stuff but in terms of who he is, this would be the biggest move since probably the last time he moved, because Messi hasn't gone anywhere. This would be huge news. I don't think it's going to affect the way that he plays. I'm so interested to see, number one, where he goes, if it is in France to somebody like PSG, how that changes him. Does it get them over the hump? And then in turn, what Real Madrid becomes, because Real Madrid is more than just the names of the players, but he has, to a certain extent, become synonymous with this team. But they move on, they churn them and burn them, and what does Real Madrid look like without Cristiano Ronaldo?
And there's only a few landing spots, really, for him, if you want to narrow that funnel. PSG seems obvious. Yes. A return to Manchester United is up there. Let me tell you about a little country called the United States of America and a league called Major League Soccer that would love to have him. And I'm not joking. The LA Galaxy and the MLS, they'll back up the Brinks truck to bring Ronaldo and his trophies to him. Remember, Ronaldo equaled Messi with 4 Champions League titles earlier this month. He's now up to 22 career trophies for club and country. He could soon draw level with Messi in a different category by claiming his 5th Ballon d'Or. You know what? There's one more trophy he could add as well. In August, he could win the MLS All-Star Game.
This is CJ back at it again with the Gold Sports Talk. Of course, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and the rumors concerning, him leaving Real Madrid. As of right now, there's a lot of speculation. Is what in the world of football. There's always rumors. It's a big soap opera. It's a lot of drama. It's a ton of drama that goes on every off season, during the season. If a team is struggling and they're not winning, the best player is always talked about a potential move. There's a lot of money involved in the rumor business concerning, the top players pretty much around the world when it comes to football. And I'm going to say the word football for a lot of people that are watching from other countries, or people that just respect it being called football, whether they're from the United States or whether they're from abroad. Now, as far as with Cristiano Ronaldo, after coming off of a Champions League title, more than likely will get the Ballon d'Or again for the 5th time, which would be crazy because I believe he would be like 10 years apart from, I believe might have been his first one, I think was in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something I think that's never happened before, to have a 10-year span. Just shows his consistency and greatness. But there is what I think is happening right now is that he's using this time as he has the most leverage as he will ever have, after coming off of pretty much a European championship last summer, and then also coming into the season winning a Ballon d'Or, then coming through and winning a league title and a Champions League title. He's getting trophies all over the place, and this is a time for him to strike very big with another big contract. I believe this is a ploy by his agent. His agent is looking to maximize as much of his value as he can, and this is a year to do it. He's 32 years old. He's not really going to get any better. His prime could still stay. He still could be, a good, effective goal scorer. Of course, he's seen with, other players that have, been able to stay healthy, that were top flight players. Some of them have played very well into, their mid-30s. And he probably wants to get €500,000 a week, man. Something crazy that never been seen before. Maybe the only type of money that can be paid over in China. Of course, PSG can pay it. Manchester United can pay it. Now, there's speculation about him, of course, going back to Manchester United. and finishing off his career there, or probably playing a few seasons and then probably coming stateside. You know, I want for one believe that a lot of these players, especially these top players from around the world, I think they love the love that they get in the U.S. As well, because of the fact that it's just so rare to see American fans when you're in Europe. And when they come stateside, they love it. They love it here. You know, they love the love they're getting here. They see how David Beckham is over here and how he's here full time, pretty much with his family. He's in L.A. He just travels back and forth, you know, to other places. But you know, there's a lot of opportunity for a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo to come over here. He speaks English. Of course, he played many years in the English Premier League, and he could come over and become, you know, a part owner or even have an expansion team, and also continue his brand globally by targeting one of the bigger markets, you know, in the world, which is the United States, which has pretty much about 330 plus million people and growing, and has a heavy influence on the rest of the world. So he could be angling for that, but I don't believe anytime soon he's going to come to the MLS. I mean, I don't think he'll do that for another, you know, 3 to 4 years when he's, you know, when he feels like he's exhausted every bit of his prime, and he being able to win the big trophies, which are over there in Europe. And, you know, of course, you have the World Cup coming in 2018 in Russia. So that'll probably be his last chance to also win, you know, a World Cup, if possible. And then probably after that, you know, play a couple of more years in a top flight league, or for a team that is going to be competing in the Champions League, such as, you know, a PSG that can get multiple great talent around him, and compete for a Champions League. But I just don't see France, or, you know, pretty much Paris as being a place that he would want to go. You know, I just don't see that. You know, I just don't, unless he's trying to get heavily involved into fashion, and we know he is involved into fashion. So, I mean, it might be an angle he might be trying to use to probably play for a team like that and be in Paris. But, and then going back to Manchester United, it's kind of like, I don't know. Why go back somewhere where you've already won titles? You even won, you know, a World Player of the Year or Ballon d'Or over there, which is very hard for a lot of English Premier League players to do. You know, there's a lot of bias towards, you know, other leagues, especially when they're talking about La Liga. So if he goes back there, you know, he lessens his chances. I just don't see that happening. I see more of him using this as a way to get a new contract, to get an even bigger deal. And, you know, we'll see what happens. Now, you know, so, I mean, there's a lot of rumor speculation. We'll see day by day what's happening with this. But, you know, at the end of the day, I have a feeling that he's just going to end up staying in Real Madrid. I think they're going to give him a new deal, something ridiculous, you know, as far as the money they'll pay him per week. And then, of course, we know about the tax evasion thing, the total tax evasion that they're trying to get him on. You know, Spain has some corrupt situations going on, and they are targeting him. And they're saying that there's rumors of that he didn't feel the support that he's getting compared to what Messi got with his situation. But that's something that he can get lawyered up and bossed up on and have it taken care of, you know, out of court. Now, it is more money than what Messi was accused of, and that could lead to other, you know, penalties as well, which is ridiculous. But, you know, it's like some kind of a witch hunt going on with Spain. You know, their money's funny, their economy's funny, and, you know, they're trying to find a way to probably get at some of these big timers that are making money and stunting on them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we'll see how that goes, man. But this is it, wrapping it up. This again, CJ with the Gold Sports Talk, signing off.